and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren. And on my channel, we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel, and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be presenting you the reasons why I don't buy any pre-loved items. I actually don't have any in my collection right now. I've never had any and I never will. So if you're curious to see why, then please keep on watching. So let's start with the number one, and I think it's really the most obvious reason for a lot of people. It's that I am paranoid of getting a fake. I am so scared of getting a replica and of course paying like a super high price for something that's definitely not worth it. So if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know that I love doing real versus fake videos on my channel. By the way, if you're interested in seeing the latest one, then I will go ahead and leave the link to the video in the little information link over here for you to see it. So I love doing these types of videos. I receive a lot of fakes from the fake factories to advertise for that and to, do these real versus fake videos. So I've been getting a lot of dupes and replicas that I have at home, and sometimes they are almost undistinguishable from the real one. It is incredible. I think the best one that I've ever gotten was a Goyard bag, and I got so scared of confusing the replica for the real bag that I specifically put like something in the pocket of the real bag so that I would know which one is the real one and which one is the fake one. Even with like the serial number, with everything, the material, the packaging, it's insane. So for me, if I buy pre-loved on any of these, resale markets like The RealReal, fashionphile, like Vestiaire Collective, all of those places are very known to have sold in the past fakes. And to, even though they have like an authentication system, they sometimes get fakes without knowing it. And so for me, buying pre-loved means that you really risk getting a fake, even if you think that you know how to tell the difference, even if you think that it's like safe because they have an authentication system. Absolutely not. So for me, that's really the major reason why I will not buy a pre-loved item. The next reason why I wouldn't buy a pre-loved item is because I actually don't like the look of vintage pieces. So for example, on Louis Vuitton bags, I really don't like patina. In general, the vintage Chanel bags, I'm really not a fan of their look. So that would mean that if I were to buy a pre-loved item, it would have to be an item that is either like brand new or like almost new, which means that I wouldn't be saving a lot of money. So if you look at the price, for example, of Chanel flat bags, let's say something that I know very well. If you take a look at the price of Chanel flat bags on like fashionphile, the RealReal, if they are brand new or like really almost new in like mint condition, their price is going to be extremely similar to actually the retail price, if not sometimes for premium. So they sometimes go for higher than the retail price. So for me, it's like, what is the point of actually buying something pre-loved, of running the risk to get a replica like we've mentioned before, if it's to not save money? So that for me is also a very important reason why I wouldn't buy pre-loved, because I would have to get something that is, brand new or almost, and so I wouldn't be saving a lot of money from the retail price. The next reason why I wouldn't buy a pre-loved item is because you are stripping yourself from the store experience. So the store experience for me is, of course, a place where memories are made, a place where you're incredibly happy. I will always remember the time where I got like my first Rolex. It was such a big deal for me. I will always remember the time where I got like my first Chanel bag. These are memories that I treasure, and that's very, very obvious. But you're also not getting the relationship with the SA. So if you're planning on acquiring more things from the brand, for example, for Chanel, I obviously love the brand. I'm addicted. And so I have an SA there with who I have a really good relationship. So whenever I'm trying to get a new bag or I'm trying to get a new pair of shoes, even if, they're slightly hard to get, she'll make sure that I get them. And so obviously if you're buying pre-loved, you're not building this relationship with your SA. So for me, that's also, you know, a reason why I'm not a very fond of buying pre-loved items, is because you're not getting that. Additionally, if you're buying something like a watch, for example, you're not going to have the warranty that the watch comes with. So for example, if you buy like a Rolex at a Rolex dealer, or like an authorized dealer, or at a Rolex store, the piece is going to come with a warranty, and if you buy it somewhere else, it might not. So for bigger items like this, and for, you know, obviously things that like might need some repairs or whatever, I really want to make sure that I have that warranty, because if I don't, I mean, if, you know, there's a problem with the watch, or really anything, and it's not covered by the warranty, that's really a big problem for me. So as a whole, I would say, you know, the store experience is much more than like building memories. It's the relationship that you have with your SA and trying to acquire more pieces, as well as making sure that the piece is obviously authentic, and then obviously also comes with a warranty. The next reason why I wouldn't buy a pre-loved item is because of personal hygiene. So for example, with shoes, I would never buy pre-loved or pre-owned shoes. I feel like that would be so gross. And I know what you're gonna tell me. I know that you're gonna say, oh, well, but like you can clean some items, you know, for example, like a watch, obviously you can get it polished, you can clean it. For a bag, you can also clean it. But I feel like I would always have doubts as to like where this piece went, what happened to it. I would always feel like it wouldn't be exactly clean. And then there are some pieces, like maybe shoes or even certain types of bags, that because of their, you know, like fabric, for example, it's almost impossible to clean them. So for example, I'm looking at a Chanel mini bag that I have over here, mini rectangular. Obviously it's not pre-loved, I acquired it myself from the boutique, but if I were to get this piece pre-loved, because it's made of denim and it has like the CC straps, it's almost impossible to clean it. So that's basically like a piece that you're taking from somebody else without cleaning it. So for me, a big no on pre-loved items because of the personal hygiene problem. And the last reason why I wouldn't buy a pre-loved item would be because I wouldn't feel a connection with the item. I wouldn't feel like it's mine. And I think that number one, that ties back to the earlier point that I made about like the cleanliness and the personal hygiene. I would always feel like a little bit grossed out by the item. So I wouldn't like, you know, hold it dearly next to me, all that stuff. I wouldn't be like, yeah, very close to the item. And that also ties back to having the store experience and the place where memories are made, because you acquired it from, you know, the internet or from somebody else that you met up with like at a location. It's not going to be like, you're not going to be jumping out of joy after getting it, because it's not really yours, if that makes sense. And so if you're stripping yourself from that store experience, from, you know, this incredible moment where you got this bag or you got this watch, and of course, you know, they make sure that you're treated super nicely with like champagne, all that stuff. If you are not having that, for me, I would feel a bit distanced from the item. I wouldn't feel like it really is part of my belongings, like it's part of my collection. I wouldn't really feel like it's something that I treasure, is something that, you know, is part of like who I am. So for me, basically buying pre-loved items is a big no. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Obviously, I wanted to say, I know that buying pre-loved items is something that's very popular, that a lot of people do, and I 100% respect that. These were just the reasons why this doesn't work for me. It doesn't mean that it's like demeaning or it doesn't work for other people. It just means that for me, for the reasons why I told you, it's not going to be the best for me. And so I would prefer to have less pieces, but to save up for them and to really cherish them. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.